Why can't you just obey what the police officers tell you to do? Why can't you just do what they ask you to do? And you don't have a chance of getting killed.
Cherokee County Communications received a 911 call indicating a disturbance, with several gunshots fired. Deputies arrived 20 minutes later and attempted to make contact, but were unsuccessful, recognizing that there was an armed suspect present and the potential for a hostage situation. The sheriff's office obtained a search warrant and requested assistance from the Cherokee Indian Police Department SWAT team. The suspected shooter engaged in a verbal altercation with officers and emerged from a camper and confronted officers, except most of that never happened.
That was Brandon Tatum, mouthpiece for right-wing thought and ideas, espousing the comply or die excuse, which normalizes fatal police brutality. This comes off as an explanation when Brandon Tatum says it, seeing how, not only is he black, he's a former officer. And I shouldn't have to say this, but the penalty for resisting arrest shouldn't be death. And cops shouldn't be killing guilty or innocent people. With that said, some don't even get a chance to comply.
But video footage captured from inside the residence shows that when the SWAT team arrived, their first step was to throw a Rainbow Six-like drone into the home, finding that the two occupants were asleep in their bed. The SWAT team woke them up with knocking and using a PA system. Unsure of what was going on, the residents make their way to the door.
What is going on?
On their way, they find the police drone on their floor and pick it up. With their hands in the air, the occupants exit their residence.
So, Officer Tatum would say, why can't you just do what they ask you to do? Then you don't have a chance of getting killed. Even if you hadn't just seen this video, which we'll get back to in a minute, there are too many other well-known newsworthy stories that should already come to mind, which proves that, not that anyone is guaranteeing that complying will keep you from dying, which is weird and messed up enough to say and admit, not following orders for whatever reason shouldn't lead an officer to kill you. For example, what was Tyree Nichols supposed to do? When the 6 or so officers in Memphis shouted loud commands at him, some of which contradicted others, which cop was he supposed to listen to? This in a situation where the civilian is already afraid because they are under the impression that this gang might kill them. And that's what happened. So which command would have saved his life? And I can keep on naming people who were killed by police despite complying and being unarmed, yet I shouldn't have to. One should be enough. Philando Castile. It's sad. He's usually who comes to mind when this topic comes up. And I'm sure we're to a point now where many people can name others whose deaths may not have made national news, but occur in their own cities or neighborhoods. Donovan Lewis and Andre Hill here in Columbus. Going back to the video that I just showed, the narrator asked a question in a situation like this, where the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office received communications that several gunshots had been fired. Why weren't ambulances already there or on the way? What's more, the police lied about what happened. Their account said that the victim, and again, they survived being shot, while complying, was armed and confronted them. We may not have known that was a lie had it not been for the camera in the victim's home. And could the drone not see what was going on? What was the point of that? This one instance should let you know that comply or die needs to be killed. With all of that said, if you still feel like complying merely increases the likelihood of surviving an encounter with law enforcement, keep in mind that if a police officer really wanted to, they could just say someone wasn't complying and is resisting before killing them, and then lie about it, since some people find that normal. Controversial photo reveals undeniable truth about racism. In order to watch this video, you can find a link for it in the description below. For more of my content, look for me at my YouTube channel called We Gonna Be Alright, or click on the Jeff Wiggins hashtag. My architect knows Japanese.